Hi guys, Travis here, SS Auto Repairs. Today what you might have seen our other videos on diesel tuning and chips and what they can do for your late model Land Cruiser or other diesel particular vehicles. Pretty much what we're going to run through today is what we've talked about before, is the rail pressure modules on cars and what they can do. Pretty much, so what we're going to do is we're going to fit this unit to the car. It does a job, but it's pretty limited to what you can do to it. It's obviously a power and earth. We plug this into our rail pressure sensor, away we go. We'll fit it and have a bit of play around, show what we can come up with. And then what we'll also do is we'll back to back it. We'll do a factory run. We'll fit the uni chip and we'll show you the difference. Obviously you can see there's pretty comparative differences. So there is also in the price, but also, you know, what you're going to get out of your car and how it's going to drive with protection built in, throttle manipulation. So when you add up, buying this chip with a throttle manipulator, you're going close to what you're going to spend to do a uni chip and have full tunability and with a 5-map selectable. Whereas this one here, unfortunately, you're stuck with that all the time. Is what it is. Sometimes may set off a engine light and guys are saying, oh, I've got a scan gauge or an OBD reader. Look, I've had these in cars now for well over 12 months. This particular unit has been out now for a while. We've had great results, remote areas, water crossings, had no issues, done well, great torque. So let's get on the dyno, show you what it can do, and we'll run through some dyno figures and we'll go from there and show you the torque and power gains that can happen for you guys. Alright guys, so here we are, we've got the common rail tuning module on the car. We've back to back it standard versus the uni chip, and we're going to show you the differences in torque, power at the different RPM levels. So here we are, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the power in kilowatts at the 2000 RPM mark, somewhere where the diesel is going to operate a fair bit on an everyday driving basis. So here we are, we've got 58 kilowatts, which you can see here at 2000 RPM. So then what we're going to do is we're going to move up onto our common rail tuning module. Same thing, we've got 2000 RPM again, 72.29 kilowatts. And then we're going to come up to the uni chip. Bearing in mind, obviously we've got more tunability with the uni chip, so we can alter more settings in the ECU. So yes, look, it is making more power. Now it's making 97 kilowatts at 2000 RPM. Now what we'll do is we'll move over here and we'll discuss torque. This is where it really happens with the diesel. This is what I personally look for, not so much these figures up here. You want to be looking for torque down low where the car operates. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come to 2000 RPM, standard, the same vehicle, back to back, make 277 Newton meters. Then we come to the common rail tuning module. It's making 345, a fair increase. It's still going to be something. It's going to feel great on the road. And then obviously we have the uni chip, same thing, 2000 RPM. It's making 464 Newton meters. This car is fitted with a upgraded clutch to handle that amount of torque. But basically, what the idea is to show you the differences from the factory line, the torque, the common rail tuning line, the torque. And then obviously we've got the torque running up here of the uni chip. Obviously the uni chip is running the injector drivers, more boost, injector timing, TPS throttle manipulation. So obviously, as you can see here, it's got great increases down low, whereas with a common rail tuning module, all you're increasing is the fuel rail pressure to the injectors. So obviously it's going to follow the standard fuel throttle boost curves as the ECU has. All we're doing is adding more pressure to the injectors. It still will help with fuel economy, but all in all, if you're after something with more torque and more drivability, part throttle, the Unichip, that's what it's going to give you. Any questions, email us, catch us on Facebook, and we'll go over there and see what we can do for your car. Thank you.